Chief Justice Mandisa Maya will host the Constitutional and Supreme Court Summit, which will convene at the Sandton Convention Center in Johannesburg. It's called the G20, and it forms part of activities leading up to the G20 Summit, which South Africa will host come November. The meeting provides an opportunity for international judicial bodies to exchange ideas. In fact, the first G20 meeting apparently happened in Hamburg, that's in Germany, back in 2018. SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga is watching the latest iteration of the gathering and joins us now live from Sandton. And Canny, whether it's Pretoria here at home or Pennsylvania in the US, judicial bodies around the world are facing increasing pressure to, I suppose, come across as having the kind of independence that will give them credibility, given just how interesting the times we're living in are. I imagine those are the kind of issues that are likely to be ventilated there.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Ayanda, and to the viewers at home. That is precisely the theme here, as South Africa, in a historic move, will be hosting its first G20 Summit, where we expect the Chief Justices and the Presidents of Constitutional Courts and Supreme Courts across the globe to gather in this room from 10 a.m. to discuss under a theme, Justice in a Time of Change, Independence, Innovation and Cooperation. A common theme in these engagement groups is artificial intelligence and how it will affect, whether it be negatively or positively, the various institutions across the globe. The judiciary is not exempt from this discussion. We know that there are some within the judiciary that have advocated for the implementation of AI in the judiciary, as long as the rule of law is maintained. So I think we can now take this discussion to the Deputy Chief Justice, newly appointed Deputy Chief Justice Dunstan Mlambo of the Constitutional Court, who is one of those very individuals that appreciates the emergence of artificial intelligence in our society. And with this theme, addressing how you can maintain the global rule of law, but keep up with the changing times of the day. I'm sure that artificial intelligence will dominate these public discussions for the next 2 days between the top jurors from across the world. I think where we can start is, Justice Mlambo, we know that you have previously spoken about the benefits AI can contribute towards the judiciary, particularly in the context of South Africa's judiciary.
Indeed, and it's a topical issue. We hope to learn, because we're still a bit behind some of the judiciaries that are represented in this summit. We want to learn from their challenges and their lessons so that we can go about it the right way. AI is very important in terms of assisting us deal with our backlogs, introduce a lot more efficiencies in how we do our work, but we should not blindly adopt it. We've read and we've seen, we've had cases in our courts where counsel have relied on AI-generated content, and that has led them into problems. So we are not going to go into this route blindly. Hence the theme collaboration, because we've got judiciaries like Brazil here that are far ahead, Russia far ahead, and we want them to share their perspectives, their lessons with us so that we can go about it the correct way.
And I think the landscape in South Africa is particularly unique, where the courts play quite a significant role in South Africa's constitutional democracy. In the same breath, face a lot of criticism. Some would phrase it as a tax on the judiciary. We have seen that the OCJ has previously had to clarify, I think it was a false order that was posted out on social media and attributed to the OCJ. How are you going to mitigate how easy AI can be used for instances like that to ensure that not only you maintain judicial independence, but your credibility in the face of South Africans?
Our primary attitude towards using AI is that it's a tool. We should remain in control. We will use it to assist us to become more efficient. The problem you describe is administrative related, and we want to make sure that when we implement AI, it cuts out the potential of those problems recurring. But you touch on a very important issue. Our context as an African country, access to justice in itself remains a problem. the cost of legal representation, but accessing courts in general remains a problem. And we hope when we implement AI, we will ensure that even those who don't have means have access to resources that enable them to use AI to access courts a lot more quicker and to receive efficient justice.
We've seen many practical ways in which AI has been used, which is in court interpretation, looking at the court roles, etc., and finding different ways to speed up that particular process. From South Africa's perspective, the judiciary, how are you practically seeking to use AI as a tool in South Africa's judiciary and its courts?
I think, as I said, we want to use it as a tool. AI is seriously beneficial from a research point of view, and we hope to harness it in such a way that it relieves judges from doing all the menial paper-based tasks and use AI to deal with that. But they still remain to exercise their discretion in the decisions, because we are careful. We don't want people to start thinking that AI is deciding their cases. Yes. We remain in control. So from a research point of view, from a case allocation point of view, from a case management point of view, AI has been shown in other jurisdictions like Kenya, Morocco and Rwanda that it can be very beneficial and speed up issues.
All right, thank you very much, Deputy Chief Justice Dunstan Mlambo, giving us his viewpoints on the use of AI in South Africa's judiciary. We're already seeing from his point of view that it is working according to its benefits for other nations, and it is now South Africa's time to learn how it can incorporate this impressive tool into the work of the judiciary and dispensing justice. We expect at 10 a.m. that some of those top jurists will start making their way inside the plenary, and then of course our very own Mandisa Maya will open the public leg of the G20 Summit. Over to you in studio.
All right, Canny Maphanga, live to us there from Sandton. Fascinating discussions to be ventilated there. We'll be watching those developments with you, but for now, thanks very much indeed.